Hello, let's do the New York Times schemes for Sunday, November 16th. All right, I'm seeing zebra and barcode. These are things that are striped. Is a rugby shirt striped? I'm not sure about that, actually. The IBM logo striped? I'm trying to picture the IBM logo. I don't remember what the IBM logo looks like. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm thinking we probably have striped things. I'm not 100% sure about that one. Pedestrian and everyday is like just regular things, normal, boring. Maybe. Humdrum. Is that what banal means? Banal. I think so. I don't know if I've ever actually used the word banal myself, but I think that's what it means. So we'll go with that. I'm not going to submit it yet because I try to get purple first if it doesn't take too long. So that's one category. We also have a philosophy, an approach, a method, an avenue maybe. This is a way of doing things. Okay, I don't see a fifth one of those, so that's pretty good. I don't see a fifth one of those. I wonder if they're doing like a Monopoly red herring. You have Railroad Avenue parking. Would there be another one? I don't see another one. Would there be another one? I don't see another one. But whenever I see Railroad and Avenue, I assume Monopoly. I still haven't used railroad or school or tax or what would be the fourth one that I haven't looked at yet? Because I was thinking that there was the striped one, the philosophy approach one. Oh, parking. I think parking is the other one I haven't used. Parking lot. You have a railroad crossing, but you don't have a parking crossing. You have a school crossing, sure. Don't have a tax crossing that I'm aware of. Railroad tracks. That doesn't seem to fit. Parking lot, parking structure, parking garage, school, tax, railroad. Free parking, free school, free tax, no. Parking. Is this a fill in the blank? I keep going with fill in the blank, but maybe not. I mean, I'm assuming this is purple, but I don't know that for sure either. I don't know. I can't figure out what these four would be going together for. And I am still a little concerned that barcode, zebra, rugby shirt, and IBM logo. I'm assuming that's like a striped thing category, but I don't know if the IBM logo is striped. I think it might be. And I don't even know if a rugby shirt is striped. I'm just making an assumption there on that one, so I don't know. Do I try the other one as a purple first? I'm going to. I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to try it. No, it's one away. Okay, I was wrong. All right, well then I'm going to not do that. We're going to go philosophy, approach, method, and avenue. Hopefully that's a category. No, that's one away. Ooh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. What would be the other one? Oh, your school of thinking. Okay. So is parking, avenue, railroad, and tax going together? Is like a Monopoly sort of category? Words on Monopoly squares, man. I literally brought up Monopoly and I was like, oh, they're not doing Monopoly because Avenue's going with the other thing. Oh, man. Okay. Wow. All right, then we had school, approach, philosophy. I don't know why I would just... All right. I was just so stuck on Avenue going in there. It just made so much sense to me. It's like your Avenue... Although now that I think about it, Avenue is kind of weird to do that. But like... I don't know. Avenue still kind of makes sense there, but not as much as school. I don't know why I just skipped over school, but I'm going to try this as blue then, I guess. Oh, never mind. That's yellow. Maybe I was thinking it was blue because I made a mistake on it, so I assumed it was more difficult. It's actually the striped thing that's probably blue now that I think about it more. Alright, stripy things, and then everyday, humdrum, banal, and pedestrian is just like normal, boring things. Run of the mill, alright. Man. Well, you know, again, there's the downside of trying to go for purple first. You can make mistakes and then compound them. But I got through it. Does that count towards your badge if you still get purple first, even if you make a mistake before doing it? Yes, it does. Okay, because yeah, I did 75 2 days ago. Alright. Alright, I don't think this one was too difficult. I just made a dumb mistake. Yeah, 1.7 out of 5. I can't believe I did that. Alright, let's check the bottom. Let's see how much better everyone else is doing than I did. Okay, actually, not that much better than I did. fact, losing is the biggest category. I'm a little surprised by that. I thought this would be at like 80%. I'm a complete unique game because nobody else made my silly mistakes. All right, so let's see here. Over half the people getting green first, and then blue. Yellow is way down here. Man, I can't believe I thought of Monopoly and then I just dismissed it because I wasn't putting Avenue on there. All right, let's check ever. Pretty evened out forever. I mean, green and blue are tied. Only 8% drop down here, and then another 6% down to purple. But all fairly close to each other. So I'm guessing there's going to be a huge chunk that just got nothing. Yeah, 11%. It's the biggest losing game. And then blue by itself, then green by itself, then green, yellow, blue, green, green, blue. I didn't think yellow would give that many people that many problems. I mean, it gave me problems, but I thought I was making silly mistakes, which I still think I did. Let's check mistakes. Okay, even though I had a completely unique game, people did put Avenue in here with this one. Your way of doing things. That's the biggest mistake. Alright, well I don't feel that bad about it now. And then another 7% made my other mistake. So other people made the same mistakes I did, they just didn't do it in the same order I did. They didn't make these mistakes and then get purple first. Is this a built-in rainbow herring? Pedestrian crossing, railroad crossing, zebra crossing, school crossing? I get school crossing, railroad crossing, and pedestrian crossing. Is a zebra crossing a thing? Oh, is it referring to the stripes on the ground? Okay, maybe. I don't know if I would ever call it that. But now that I see it, I think maybe I've heard that term before. Zebra crossing. Pedestrian with barcode zebra IBM logo? I don't understand that. Why do you put a pedestrian in with that? I understand putting it in with a road sign thing, yeah. That category actually makes a lot of sense. Road signs, parking, school, railroad, pedestrian. Well, that was a kind of silly game by me. Although, seeing that other people made the same mistakes, I don't feel as bad about it. On to the mini. Alright, cars that stop at supercharger stations. Electric? No, I'm not sure. What E can mean? E dash. Electronic? What? Words that might begin the name of a quaint English inn. What? What E can mean? I'm very lost. Easter egg colorings. Dyes? Okay. Messed with? I don't know. Allies opposite. Allies opposite. Your foes? No. Ally opposite. Enemy. Okay. What M stands for in the equation y equals mx plus b? Y equals mx plus b. Why don't I remember that? Musical cadences of speech. Sandberg of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Andy. Okay, finally. What I did there. See what I did there? Okay. Cars that stop at supercharger stations. Oh, Teslas. Okay. What E can mean? What E dash can mean? I'm not sure. Words that might begin the name of a quaint English inn. Oh, ye old. Although it's the old. Y in Old English didn't actually... I'll get back to it. What E can mean. What E can mean with an M and a Y? I don't know. Messed with. Toyed with. Okay. What M stands for in the equation y equals mx plus b? Why can't I remember that? Musical cadences of speeches. What? What E can mean? Online? Okay. What is this? Slope. Oh yeah, the slope. Musical cadences of speeches. Empty? Okay, this was really bad. Lilts? Lilts? I don't know if I've ever heard that word before. Slope. Oh man, it's been so long since I've taken math. Y equals mx plus b. I remember seeing the equation. I didn't remember what it meant. Enemy. Teslas, I was thinking more of a generic word. I was thinking just electric cars, not Tesla specifically. Toyed with, enemy, slope, lilts, Andy, C. Yeah, ye old. We say that, we see those signs and we think, oh, ye old, but it wasn't pronounced ye. When Old English had a letter for the TH sound, and then when the French nobility came over after William the Conqueror, they didn't like that letter, so they got rid of it, and they used a variety of different letters to replace the TH sound, the th sound. And they used Y for a little bit, but eventually it became TH instead, but it was never pronounced ye. It was always pronounced with the TH sound. So that's my little lecture for the day, my little linguistics lecture. All right, so let's see. We need a 2 in here. We have a 2, 5, and a 2 blank. Actually, the 2 blank I'm thinking is going up here because we have 2 blanks for this equals. So I'm guessing this would be 2, 5, and then the 3 1s go in here. That makes sense. 15 seconds, not bad. On to the medium. All right, so let's see. We don't have any equals or anything. These are all specific numbers. How many 2s do we have? We have a 2 blank, and that's it. Okay. The 2 blanks going to have to go up, and then this is going to have to be a 6. Because the blank doesn't work in the other directions. So, what are we doing? We going 6, 4 or 6, 1? Don't know. How many 3s do we have? We have 1, 3. 3 blank. How many 5s do we have? We have 1, 5. So we're going to have to go 4, 5 down. All right, that makes things easier. This is going to have to be a single domino, so that's the 4, 4. This is going to have to be 7 up here, so it's going to have to be 6, 1. But like this maybe? And then we can just put the 6, 0 like this, and then the blank just, the double blank just fits down here. Why am I rotating it? Why am I rotating it? All right, 53 seconds. I mean, it took a little bit of thinking, but most of this was forced. Like the 3 is the only 3 and it has to go this way. Or no, it was the 2 blank that is forced has to go this way. And then the 3 blank has to go this way because if it went this way, this little square up here would be isolated on its own. You wouldn't be able to fit anything in there. So I think this is all forced, basically. I don't see any other way of doing this. On to hard. Okay, we have a 4 equals in here. This has to be 2 6s. How many 6s do we have? We have 3 6s, so 2 of them are going up here. Good to know. And then this is going to have to be 6, 4 or 5, 5. Do we have 2 5s? We do, so the third 6 might go in there. Maybe. We'll see. Whatever 6 is going here is going to have to go into this 8 cage. So we could do 6, 4 and then 4, 5 over. That's possible. 6, 0 is not going up there. 6, 1 is not going up there. So this 6, 4 is forced. That has to go like that. So this has to be 4, 2. What else do we have for 4s? We have a 4, 4. So we could do that and then do 6, 1 down. Do we have a 6, 1? We do. So we could do this and then 6, 1 down. That works. That would force this to be 6 blank over here. Do we have a blank 3? We don't. But the blank could go downwards into this equals cage. So do we have 3 something that would work with this 8 cage? We have a 3, 5 and a 3, 2. So the 3, 2 couldn't go in there. This would have to be 3, 5. And this would have to be the other 3. We have to go 3, 2. But we don't have another 6, so that doesn't work. And we don't have another 3, so this doesn't work. All right, so maybe let's reset here. That 6, 4 still goes there, but we could do 4, 5 up here and then do a 5 something in here. We could do 5 blank and then blank 6 over here. That works. And then we could do 1 down or 1, 5 down, or we could do the 1, 6 down into here. That works too. We would need a 3 here. We'd need a 3, 3. That doesn't work. But the 6, 1 works, I think, because we could do 6, 1 and then 2, 3 over here. That works. This would have to be 1, 1 or 4, 4. What do we still have 4 of? Because I need 4 of something to go in here. We still have 4 4s. All right, so I'm going to put the 1, 1 over here. And then I'm going to do the 4, 4 right here. That doesn't really work, though. This doesn't work. Whatever the double is, the double domino is going to have to go like this. Because if I put it here, this would also have to be the same double domino, and then we don't have 2 of the same domino. So this whether it's the 4-4 or the 1-1 is going to have to go in here like this. So this entire layout is wrong. I think the 6, whatever is going in here, the 6-0, is going to have to go like this. And then maybe 0-4. So maybe the entire layout, well, this layout over this way is wrong. Is it? All right, let's try this again. This would have to be a double domino. We only have one left, that's the 1s. So this would still have to be a 4 something. So we could still do 4-5 and then 5-1 down? Or no, 6-1 down. Wait up. No, it was 1-5, right? Yeah, it was 1-5. Okay. And then maybe 3-5, 3-2 down? What do we still have 3 of? We don't, because we need 3 of something in here too. This 4-1 would have to go up like this. This doesn't work. I'm pretty sure that 6-4 is forced. Maybe the 4s don't go down here. Let's rework this to where the 4s don't go down here. Let's do the 1s instead. Do we have a 1-1? Maybe the 6-0 doesn't go there. Let's start over. So our options to go down are 6-1, 6-0. Let's try the 6-1. Let's do that. We could still do the 4s. We could do 1-4 down like this. But I don't want to try the 4s down here. I already tried that. How many 1s do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1s. Okay. Do we have a 0-1? We don't. So if I did the 6-0 down, we don't have a 1, enough 1s to go down in here too. It would have to be the 4s if we're using the 6-1. We would have to do this. But maybe this works. Let's see if this works. Where would the 0-6 go? Not sure. This would still have to be a double domino here, which would now be the 1-1s. Either the 1-1 is going there or here, and the same with the 4-4. I'll just have to figure out which is which. But what are we doing down here for the 3s? If we did this, it's the only 4 I have left. Oh, I have a 4-0, but you can't put the 4-0 up there. That doesn't work. Do we have enough zeros for this? We do, I think. So maybe the 4-0 goes like that. And then 5-1. We still can do that. Maybe I did kind of have it right before. This would be 3-2. This would be 6-0. Okay. Maybe I did kind of have it right and I just needed to tweak it a little bit better. Yeah. Not great. Not a great performance. I feel like I had most of this. Oh, I had the 6-0 going down here. That's what it was. That was the mistake. So I had a 6-0 going down. I was trying to put the 0-4 in here when it was the zeros that had to go over here. But this was right. The 5s and the 5-1 and the 5-3 and the 3-2. It's just I needed to swap the 6-1 and the 6-0 down here. Okay. This is another one. I didn't realize that yesterday. Yesterday's I think was on the pattern of a 4, if I remember right. It was a number. It was definitely a number. And then today's is an 8. So they keep making these number patterned ones for hard. I don't know what it means though. If it means anything. Maybe they're just doing some random thing where it's like, let's just make them all numbers. Alright, if you're enjoying the videos, please leave a like and subscribe and let me know how you did on all the puzzles today.